Good morning. How are you? Bernie? We got a break in the rain again. I'm so happy. I need to dry up my yard. It's so gross over there. I moved the bird feeders down away from the swamp area because the falling seeds wasn't helping matters. So I figured, move them a little bit closer to the house. So hopefully that doesn't make the birds not come. But I guess we'll see. It was up there further, so you could see them kind of sitting on the line. There's a goldfinch and 2 cowbirds. So I don't know if they're afraid because I'm sitting here or because I don't think the cowbird cares. Beaver VR, yes. We are in the morning. It is 10:23 a.m. You can see that little goldfinch. It's still kind of leery and doesn't know if it should come that close. He's slowly moving down. Oh, where are you? Beaver, where are you at? UK? No, that'd be too late, wouldn't it? Wait, 10. No, you'd be the UK. Yep. Haha. I thought either the UK or who else is over there? By Ireland, maybe. I think they're even an hour though, another hour. So aren't they 6 hours difference? You guys are 5 hours difference. I think they're 6 hours. Right? They're like, why did you bring them down so close to the porch? Because I need to dry up the backyard and your seeds falling down there are not helping. I had to dig that out yesterday because it wasn't letting the water drain. My back is not doing good. Peter, hello. Oh my goodness, what is that? 10, 11. So you're what? 12 at night? 12 midnight? Is it midnight there? Oh, bye, Beaver. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, Peter. It's a bit of a swampy mess right now with high grass since we've had nothing but rain. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing and liking. I moved the birds' feeders down closer to the house a little bit, and they're not real happy about that. So hopefully it doesn't affect them too much. And it could also be, I mean, obviously if I'm sitting out here and there. So let's move this back a little bit. Maybe we can even see this way. we can see the feeders and the soot cake. If we get a woodpecker, but I doubt it, because they'll see me sitting here, or the umbrella up, since it's sunny. And I need to paint that crow back by the shed, but I have to pull it out of there, and it's real heavy. Why, Peter? Why did they do that? I'm sorry to hear that. That's ridiculous. Especially seeing some of the stuff people put out on YouTube, and they still are, going strong and thinking, that's awful controversial and terrible, but there's another channel that I used to watch, and he did a lot of like hunting and trapping type of videos, and they kicked him off also because they said he violated community standards, obviously, because they don't agree with hunting and trapping. Yeah. They're very picky and not very specific on their community standards. They just say you violated community standards, but not really say what you violated or how you did it. Are you going to go to another platform? I think that trapping channel, I'm not sure which platform he ended up going to. But I know there's some other one out there that, not Rumble, it was something else, I believe, where they're more supportive of the hunting channels. I don't want to move that out too far, because if I do, let's see if I can move it out a little bit. No, I am not. I'm from Armstrong County. I'm just going to move it out a tiny bit to see if that helped. I just don't want to get it too close to that swampy area. Oh, did that help you guys? Exactly. I don't, that makes me sad that you're going to delete your videos. Did they say, like, they give you any reason why? Or was it just like you violated community standards or whatever they call it? But now, Bernie, I live in, this is Butler County. But originally I'm from Armstrong County in Indiana County. Indiana County, I kind of grew up there, moved out of there when I was in my 20s. Went back to Armstrong County for a while. Then went to, from Armstrong County, Westmoreland County lived. Then lived in Clarion County. From Clarion County, went to Delaware County. And then from over by Philadelphia. And then from Delaware County, went to Butler. And I've lived in Butler for 18 years, I think. 17, 18 years. Oh yeah, I know. Like, it's a lot of work. People think that YouTube is easy. Oh no, it's a lot of work. Like, you have to spend a lot of time, like, checking out other channels, trying to get noticed, posting everywhere. Like, it took me, I've been on here since 2018 and took a break for like 2 years, but I haven't really been able to bounce back completely since. So I'm just a little over 2,000. Oh, so you can't even reuse a video from years ago? If it's your own? I didn't know that. Well, I see a deer up there in the woods staring at me right now. She's like, there's some lady on the porch. I can't come down there. Let me see if I sit down. Maybe she'll come down. I can see her up in the woods. You guys probably can't see her. She's kind of hidden through the foliage. That's crazy, though. Because you reused something from years ago. Well, I better make sure I never do that. Oh, there's a woodpecker. You see the woodpecker? Oh, look at that. Well, thank you. I would be very upset also. I was very upset that I lost my monetization just because I didn't post as regular as I was. You know, that was a lot of work getting that. And now I'm back to trying to get it back. I'm sorry that happened to you. And thank you very much for giving me some support. I would try to appeal. You probably already did that, but the deer left. Thought she was gonna come down. She must have smelled me. I was hoping she. Oh no, I can see her. She's walking through the woods. Let's see if you guys can see her. She's right there. Can you see her? Can you see her? It's kind of hard to see her through the leaves and stuff, but she's right there. Oh yeah, they are. And you know, most of the decisions are made by AI. It's not even made by a freaking human. So how are you supposed to appeal and talk to people and explain things when you can't even talk to a real human being? Thank you, Peter. She's just walking right down through the neighbor's area. She's heading behind that tree now. I was hoping she'd come down through the grass. Like, that's her shed. She's right here. See her head sticking out? Oh, everything's super high. I haven't been out to the lake, like Moraine State Park, Lake Arthur, since last week. I'm sure it's terrible. When I went up to Jennings Environmental Center, which is only like 10 minutes from my house, some of the little bridges were washed out. A bunch of stuff was all washed out. Trees were down on the, they collect maple. Thank you so much, Peter. Yes, you better get some sleep. I was thinking it was probably around midnight there. I hope that you get some type of positive feedback from them. But best wishes to you also. And thank you for your support. Let's go back to, we got a red-winged blackbird over here. Go back a little bit. So we can probably try to get the soot cake in there again. Just back up a little bit. How's that? The way we can see the birds and the soot cake. Maybe we can get a woodpecker to come in. They're always super scared. I've never had them come out. I'm gonna put some seeds right there on the railing also so that you can see if a chipmunk comes in. Hi, how are you, rushing wind? Peter's gone. It's midnight there in Australia, so he needed to go to sleep. I'm gonna put some seeds here. Hopefully we'll get some chipmunks to come in. Frank is out here with me. That was a red-winged blackbird. I'm hoping that they come back now that I stop shuffling around and driving them nuts. I had to bring this bird feeders in a little bit closer since my backyard's still swamp and this falling seeds wasn't helping matters. I do too. And I love how, I mean, people don't like how aggressive they are. but they're just protecting their babies in their home. So sometimes you get swooped. But I think that's great. Just like the geese. People always get upset about the geese. Well, they're just protecting their homes and their babies. I'm going to try to move this here. That's why we can see a better view of all of it. So if we get the soot cake in there, maybe we'll get some, and we might get some little chipmunks. Oh, there's that woodpecker back. That's a red-bellied woodpecker. Hi, handicapped travelers. Thank you so much for coming in. Ruby and Dan. Huh. I have not seen another one. I put the hummingbird feeder out here, but I try to keep it in the corner so that it's in the shade. But I don't think they realize it's over here. Like every year they always, I had several out, but I don't want to keep it out in the sun. You know, and then I mean, I change it every day anyway because of it getting too warm, and I don't want them to get sick. But, you know, you want to try to keep it in the shade. So I kind of have it over here in the corner. If I keep it out there where that soot cake is, it gets way too hot. That soot cake, those soot cakes are the kind that can be out in the heat. I don't get the kind that get rancid. But that's really neat that they came just after we spoke about it. Okay, thank you, Ruby. Oh, I love the rose-breasted grosbeak and the pileated woodpecker. So it's that little, if you see that tree that's behind those bird feeders, there's a little pile of wood there, like sticks and old rotting wood. That's where our pileated woodpecker always comes to. So I see him or her at least once a week back there. I've had, I don't know, did I post any pictures? Maybe I didn't post any. I'll have to post some pictures to the YouTube of him or her just poking around in there. Oh, there's a little tufted titmouse. Yeah, they like lots of woods. So if you have lots of woods behind you, that's where you're going to see them. That's because behind us is obviously just woods, even though we're in a neighborhood. But behind us is all woods, and you can go for a while before you get into houses again. So there's one that lives back there. So a few years ago, the neighbor like 2 houses down here to my right, brought me a juvenile pileated woodpecker. It must have fallen out of the nest or something, but it couldn't fly, and it was just hopping around in the ground. Like, we checked it out first to make sure that there was something wrong with it. So I drove up to Tamarack. It's up in Meadville, past Meadville in Crawford County, and took it there so that they could treat it, but unfortunately it passed away. Yeah, we get the downy. I've never had a red-headed woodpecker. The hairy woodpeckers, the red-bellied, northern flickers, I've gotten those. Oh yeah, I kept like asking them, and they weren't responding to me for a while, because I'm like, honey, please tell me, because I gave them a pretty big donation by bringing up that bird up there. So I was like, can you please keep me informed of like how this poor baby is, and then they told me that it didn't make it. It had too many broken bones, and its back was broke. It was not, it must have really fell, or you know, maybe a hawk got it and dropped it in this lady's backyard. But I always hear them back here in the woods and see them flying through, so I get a lot of pictures of them. I just had one in the yard yesterday. There is, oh, just left. See a red-winged blackbird. I figured I might as well take advantage of the no rain while I'm home today and do a live stream. But there is a chance of rain today, but not like a high chance. So hopefully it will stay this way. I know there's more of a chance tomorrow and Saturday. Sunday, again, I hope that I get to go hiking with my friend. We've rescheduled once already because of the rain, and she can only do, you know, certain days of the weekend, like certain Sundays with once a month or that. At least it's quiet today. Did you just see that? Chipmunks fighting over there? Yeah, I saw you. Right? Like, we need a break from the rain. It's like everything is flooding and swampy. My backyard is so swampy that we cannot mow it. It's ridiculous. Hopefully we can get some of it mowed today. At least part of it. Oh, you have a robin trying to build. I want a robin to build a nest here. Oh, I don't care where it is. They can build it anywhere. I'll, you know, inconvenience myself so that they can be there. I haven't had a robin build a nest in the eaves of the house here for a few years. I leave the nest up there where she built one, but she hasn't come back to it. It makes me sad. Frank. Frank. Hey, Frank. Frank, I see a little song sparrow down there on the ground, and he's looking at it. He can't get to it, but I don't want him scaring them off. Yes. Like the middle of the yard over here, there used to be a swimming pool there where you see it's kind of like dipped. So it's always had an issue with, we need more dirt is what we need to do, is put in more dirt there. But, oh my God, there's a little song sparrow right here. You see it? That's why I like putting seeds on the railing there. Oh yeah, I know. They're so pretty. We get a lot of cardinals here, but I've never seen the cardinal nests. Yeah. About 2 years ago, I have pictures of, I think I talked about this before, pictures of the cowbird, a cowbird fledgling being fed by a cardinal male, because, you know, the cowbirds lay their eggs in other birds' nests, and then it when it hatches, it pushes the other birds out of the nest. So the cardinal ends up with just that cowbird and feeding it, which is sad. No, Frank. It's a chipmunk on the porch. Like on the floor. Frank saw it. He was going to go run after it until I said no. All right. You gotta be a good boy. Okay? No, you have to be a good boy. Right? And then those, you know, the house sparrows that are invasive also, you have to be mindful of those. If you have bird boxes, you cannot let them make their nests here because they kill our native eastern bluebirds. So if I see them making a nest, I hurry up and rip it out. We had a couple bluebird male and females checking out these boxes, but they didn't end up making their nests here this year. Listen, there's enough seeds that you guys can share. You don't have to fight each other. See him? Push that other one ahead. And now Frank's sitting on my lap. Oh, you just knocked the other one off. That wasn't very nice. No, Frank, no. I know you see him. There, look at that. You just knocked all those seeds on the ground and he was able to get them. I love chippies too. I love just sitting out here and watching them. I'll feed them on the table here that I'm sitting at. After a while, they start getting used to it. Used to me sitting here, so then they don't care. And the dogs don't chase them because I tell them not to, so they listen. Good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. I'll put you back down. Oh yeah, that would be nice. I think apparently we're supposed to have otters at Lake Arthur, but I've never seen them. I've seen muskrats and beavers. Well, beaver dams. I haven't actually seen the beavers at Lake Arthur. The last beaver sighting I had was that last video that was the first time I've ever seen a beaver out in real life. Theodore, yeah. Theodore must be his name because he keeps coming back and not running away. You guys probably have, Ruby, you probably have enough native plants that they don't need to. I don't have a lot of, I keep trying to grow plants, like wildflowers in that backyard, like where the bare spots are, but it's terrible. Michael, hello, how are ya? They love the corn and the sunflower seeds. So I always put sunflower seeds out here for them. No, Frank. Stay right there. There's one on the ground again. I mean, I wish I had more plants. I would rather have that than have to keep getting them seeds just so that they stay in the area. I'm trying to get the chipmunks in there with the bird feeders in case we get some more birds. He just jumped out again. No, Frank, do not chase that chipmunk. No, he's fine. He's just cleaning up the seeds off the ground. we want them to clean the seeds. I'm doing pretty good. Just taking advantage of the no rain, even though it's cloudy, where it's not supposed to get rain. So figured, oh, we'll come out here and get some bird watching, chipmunk watching in, while I'm trying to get my monetization back, since I lost it from not doing enough uploads for the last 2 years. I mean, I've been back on, like consistently since like January. But before that, I didn't have very many videos and it wasn't enough watch time. So I lost it. So now I'm trying to get it back. And you know, it takes forever. It definitely needs more topsoil for that, though. Maybe I'd get some more wildflowers. Same. Like, I used to do a lot of them. Whenever I first got monetized, oh my goodness, I was doing them every other day for 2 hours or more just to get all that watch time. Like, sometimes we would do a game night where we would play a game, you know, like a board game type of thing. Sometimes I would, well, there was this channel called Philly Drone Life, and he and I would do Retrain Your Brain with Philly and Brenda. It was like talking about how to overcome the negative mindset, that type of thing. How you always have to try to think of the positive, because if you're constantly thinking things are terrible, then they're going to be terrible. You have to focus your mind more on the positives of what you have and have gratitude. So we would discuss that, and you know, people would come into the live stream, and that was how I got it, was doing all of those. Okay, thank you so much, Ruby. Thank you for coming in, and we'll see you next time. Hope you have a great day. Oh yeah, it's exhausting. Like, if you have a full-time job, there's no way, like, it's difficult to do YouTube. It's basically a full-time job. If you want to grow your channel and be able to get monetized and all that, it takes a lot. And you got to get people to put, you have playlists, right, Dan? Like, I could run some of your playlists too. Or tonight, yeah. These two are having a face-off. Yeah, I'll do that after we're done here. I have another computer in the other room. It's an old one. Does he have another channel or anything, Michael? Like, it's probably been over a year or more that I actually talked to him. Maybe 2 years. like I knew that last time I talked to him, he was having the trouble where, um, he was gonna get fined and all of that. And then apparently he did get fined and his channel taken down. But I mean, he could always, I know he can't do drones, but he could always do another channel on something else that he's interested in. Like, he's not banned from just doing a channel, right? Isn't it just being banned from doing drone stuff? This little American goldfinches are up there. It's just hard to see them because they're so tiny, you know? Stop coming on the porch. Frank, where are you at? You stay right there. You do not chase. I'm gonna move these. Here. Frank. Frank. Just trying to chase them. I'm not sure about another channel, but he's been banned from flying drones for life. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that he was banned for life. But you could do something else, you know? You could do something else. Find another activity. Find another hobby that you enjoy. Do that and just follow the rules, you know? And you wouldn't have that problem. He was not following the rules. Like, I lived in Philadelphia. I know, they're not playing. Like, people are going to report that kind of thing. Frank. Leave them chippies alone. No, you're going to go in the house. Would you two stop chasing each other, please? Look. Need some more. There's plenty. Why are you fighting over it? I know, right? Like, they're gonna really listen to me. And then these guys think I'm talking to an actual human being. But I don't. I'm always talking to the animals or the birds. you hear that little thud, that's the chipmunks jumping down onto the deck from the top railing there. And then there's one over in the corner staring at me like, why are you sitting there? Well, so there's about 5 of them running around. There's a crow that just showed up. I don't know if you saw it fly by. They usually check up by the shed to see if I put anything. But the only thing I put up there was sunflower seeds, and I'm sure they're gone now. At least if I sit in this corner over here, I'm kind of hidden by this bush. Because usually that crow would not come that close if it saw me here. I must be getting the seeds that fell because I had the bird feeders up there higher. I just pulled them down this way so that you guys could see the birds a little better, closer. Oh my goodness, there's a little red squirrel. I hope it comes into the camera view. scare this red squirrel. It's been like right out of the view for a couple minutes, and it kept getting closer and closer, and I didn't want to scare it off. I love red squirrels. They're so cute and feisty. It's sitting there staring at me now because I'm talking. See, there's a female rose-breasted grosbeak up on top of the wire. And there comes the male rose-breasted grosbeak. That red squirrel's still sitting there. It's because there is a gray squirrel on the ground, and it's going to try to come up here, and that red squirrel is going to not have it. We only have a couple red squirrels here. It's mostly gray squirrels everywhere. And we have a few, like, I'll see like 2 or 3 red squirrels. I like them better because they're so feisty. Oh, that's okay, Bernie. I'm just happy you're here. It's still sitting there, like right to the left of the screen, just out of shot. And if I move to widen the screen, oh, maybe he's gonna come back in. Oh, there he is, he or she. I think they're so adorable with their little noses and their ears. Look at them. We got a cardinal out there. I have never seen a black squirrel out in life, in real life, in my life. I'd seen them on camera, but never, like, you know, someone's YouTube or pictures, but I've never seen one out. We don't have them around here. More north you go. And I don't think I've ever seen a fox squirrel either, just the regular gray squirrels and red squirrels. My husband has a camp. I guess we have a camp, but I say it's his camp because I don't go to it, up in Tynesta area. And he sees black squirrels all the time and sends me pictures of them because he knows I want to see one. I'll have to check them out. Oh my God, that was so cute. Thank you, Michael. Hope you have a great day too. Thank you so much for letting it run a little bit. I'll probably only stay on here a little bit longer. It does look like it's getting super cloudy and dark, even though they said it wasn't supposed to rain. check the weather, but if I move, the squirrel's gonna leave. Yeah, they're bigger too, I think. Like the fox squirrels are bigger. They kind of look like they ate too much. Again, I've seen them like, but not around here. Crow's calling his friends. See, that was just because I shifted my foot. That's why that squirrel did that. And I have an itch on my leg, and I need to scratch it. But I don't want to do that, because then I'm going to scare him. I think I hear rain. I do. It's starting to rain. Crap. Well, guys, looks like I gotta go in. I mean, I'm under an umbrella, but I don't want my electronics to get, so I have to move this in a little bit so that I don't get it wet, get my phone wet. I ordered a webcam, so it will be a little bit easier that I can put it over the underhang of the house later, so that I can be inside with the stuff and, you know, my computer and my phone and stuff like that. It should be here today, so the next live stream from home, I should be able to do it that way instead of having my phone out here on a selfie stick. But it's definitely raining, I can hear it. But you can see that little rose-breasted grosbeak. Look how cute. But thank you so much for hanging out, and I will run a playlist for you, Dan. A couple of them, and like I said, it'll be on one of my other, like my other YouTube account. So if you see, if I'll comment and say it's me. And of course the chipmunks came back because the red squirrel left. So they came back. See my big clump of swamp back there. All right. Well, thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.